Hey everyone, welcome back to our 5-week bootcamp. If you have ever written any kind of code, you know that sometimes you want your program to make decisions like should I do this or should I do that? That's where control flow statements come in. And today we are diving into two of the most essential control flow statements in Java, the if else and the switch. These tools allow your program to make those decisions based on certain conditions. So let's break them down and make sure you're mastering them in the right way. First things first, what exactly is a control flow statement? Well, simply put, control flow statements allow us to control the flow of execution in our programs. Instead of just running one line of code after another, we can introduce logic that says, wait, let's only run this code if the condition is true, or if this condition isn't true, let's run something else. It's like setting a fork in the road where your program has to make a choice based on certain conditions. Alright, let's talk about the most common decision making tool in Java, the if-else statement. It's basically the bread and butter of control flow. Here how it works. We start with an if block that checks a condition like is a number greater than 10? If it is, great. We execute the code inside the if block. If it's not, we can have a else block where we run alternative code. So here, if the number is greater than 0, it prints the number is positive. If it's not, meaning the number is 0 or negative, it prints the other message. The beauty of if else is that it gives you a simple way to manage two different paths in your code. But what if you have more than just two paths to choose from? Well, that's where the else if part comes in. It's like adding more branches to the decision tree. Let's say you're checking for different ranges of numbers like grades from A to F. Here, the program checks for different conditions in order. If the score is 90 or above, it prints A. If not, it checks if the score is between 80 to 89 for a B, and so on. Notice that the conditions are checked in sequence, and the program stops at the first one that's true. That's an important thing to keep in mind. Else if allow you to stack conditions, but once one condition is true, the other are ignored. Now, if you are working with a lot of conditions based on a single variable, let's say a grade, a color, or a number, it can get a little messy with if else. That's when the switch statements comes to the rescue. Think of it as a more streamlined way to handle multiple cases without cluttering up your code. In this case, switch checks the value of day of the week. If it's 3, it prints Wednesday. If it's any other number, the default case kicks in and prints invalid day. Notice how much cleaner this is compared to a bunch of if-else statements. Okay, so we have seen how both if-else and switch work, but when do you use each one? Here is the deal. If you are checking a small number of conditions, if-else is perfectly fine, it's simple, and you get a lot of flexibility. But if you are dealing with many possible values of a single variable, like checking off days of the week or menu options, switch is usually cleaner and easier to maintain. Also, a quick tip. You can't always use switch in every situation. For example, switch is meant for checking fixed values like integers, strings, or enums. If you need to check complex conditions like x greater than 5 and x less than 10, you will have to use if else. Alright, that's a wrap on control flow statements in Java. You have got the if else and switch under your belt. The key takeaway is that these statements are how your program decides what to do next, and using them effectively is crucial for writing clean and logical code. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer or if you have any other tips. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more coding tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.